Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. It's Tuesday again, so open for everyone on Crypto Traders Arena. Someone please tell me if we have sound, if we have image. Until then, after this live stream, Stefan will start day trading with Stefan. He said he'll do a longer version because he didn't do a live stream last week. If you have requests, please wait until Stefan will start his live stream and ask him all the requests you want. I'll try to do a shorter version of Daily Crypto Plan, hopefully below 30 minutes. So, starting with Bitcoin CME chart. Yesterday I was pointing out in Twitter that we still have kind of a low, high, higher low, higher high, and we are trying to create a higher low here, bounce area. The price was a bit higher, and some people even comment, well, up, down, if it's not going up, it's going down. No. If it's all that some people understood, well, so be it. I will not stay and explain over and over again. But we have the beginning of an uptrend here. And in my humble opinion, I have two options here. We'll bounce on daily from this area. Will be 90, 89, 88 in this area. We'll bounce. And then if we manage to exceed this area, 95, we'll push higher to 100k. That's on daily. In the same time, another scenario assumes that we'll bounce from here, but will not succeed to create a higher high. And then we can create a double top here. If we create a double top, then the probability for the market to go down is bigger. That's why I have two scenarios. I'm thinking we can, the 60% chances is for the up move. Yeah, so we are bouncing here, rumors, bad news, okay, we'll bounce here. If we create a higher high, above 98, then we can go to 100, test that area, 100, 101. And then of course we'll have a retracement to retest this, the previous high, and we'll push higher. If we create a double top, then we can push lower. It's that simple, people. I'm trying to keep the perspective and the view simple. Also, another probable scenario, but I didn't put it in the chart, was already hard to understand, is for the market to go sideways. Yeah? If we'll go sideways, we'll try to do the double top here, and then we'll stop dumping here at 84, and we'll bounce back up and back down and back up and back down, and we'll keep everyone trapped in this area. A 10, 12k range is not bad. So that's my view. If some people understood, well, I'm trying to say up or down, yes, the market always could go up or down. We are working with scenarios. We are working with, if the market will do this, I will do that. We are working with probabilities. If you don't understand that, please stop trading. Anyway, so here we are in the bounce area. Don't ask me exactly where we'll bounce at the dollar amount. No, we have this blue area from some time. I told you that we'll come back down for this area. Sooner or later we'll come back down to retest this area. We are doing that now. In this area, if I'll see on lower time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour chart, I see some W's, I'll try to play along and hunt the bounce here. If the bounce will push higher and will create a higher high, even better. If not, nothing I can do about it. Here on actually today, tomorrow, I prefer to hunt a long idea. And if I'll zoom out a little, zoom in a little bit more, it's not a bad area. The best level we can get as an SFU, as a day trade scalp, and then to bounce is this level, 89,460. As an SFU. If you manage to get a scalp long here and keep that, and that will create, after you get a long, will create a W and will push higher. Imagine the potential of risk reward there. Yeah? Imagine what potential a trade like this has. That's why I'm pinpointing this area. That's why I'm saying, well, let's see if we'll get there. And if will give us an SFU, that has a big potential. I don't have time to babysit and explain everyone why and how and why I draw this conclusion that the market probably will bounce from this area. If you want to join Capo 1, spend 4 months in the program, another 8 months with us, and learn the market state, the market structure, and all the things that made us traders, okay. But for a public live stream, for Twitter, no, sorry. Could the market dump straight down with bad news and don't bounce from this area? Of course it can. It's crypto after all. It's the market. But I have a high probability to bounce from here. So I'm waiting for that bounce. I'm preparing myself for a W. Okay, that's Bitcoin on daily. Indicators, nothing special. You can see RSI is retesting 50 line. So another reason to think, well, we are testing the 50 line and will probably bounce from 50 line. You have a 5-minute W. If you are a scalper, then a 5-minute W could be enough. If you are not a scalper, then maybe you should wait for something else. Yeah, I get, Carol. You can scalp, you can trade 5-minute chart, but it's not for everyone. Okay, so that's Bitcoin on daily. The other template is showing us even a better view here. Trend line well respected. This trend line will be retested in the future, so keep the trend line here. We are in a higher time frame long reload zone. Like I explained earlier, we have some higher highs and higher lows. Okay, Ethereum on daily. Slowly coming back in the long reload zone. Slowly trying to come back in my dollar cost average area below 2,800. It's guaranteed that will dump here? Well, no. Actually, at this moment, even if it's below the trend line, what it's doing here is testing the trend line. It's confirming the trend line once more. If we'll accept lower and we'll come back down here, okay. More than happy to add to my dollar cost average position. But I'm not making big hopes here. I'm thinking that is just testing the trend line. Look at it. How many times we tested this trend line, we come back to it, and now we are doing the same. Similar like on Bitcoin, if I'll see a higher high here, it will give me more confidence that we are in an uptrend. If we'll go even and test this level, that will increase my confidence. For the moment, I think we can start an uptrend, but also we can go sideways. Sideways means 2835, 2835. And we can play around for some time and remove some beginners from trading. They will not call themselves traders anymore. After 1 month of fucking around in a range, a lot of beginners will say that, well, market is a scam. I don't want to trade anymore. It's a scam. No, it's not a scam. You just don't know how to play the game. Okay. By the way, people, we have the Monday highs and Monday lows. I see someone mention it. We'll talk about when we'll go on day trading. So that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. Ethereum versus Bitcoin in the same place like yesterday. Yeah, we have some W's. We are trying to create some M's here. It's going sideways. Let's accept and wait for something else something to change in this chart. Dominance fighting 60% once again. I don't see new M's, but in the same time we retested 60% and it will take time to form an M or a head and shoulder pattern. So let's wait a little bit. But clear conclusion, we are still fighting 60% dominance. Yes, we dumped yesterday. On CME, you can see we opened with a gap lower and we are pushing lower. Is the bad news so bad that will push us back in the long reload zone? I don't know about that. But the market cannot go only in one direction, people. Imagine here we created from this level a new day, a new high. Then we created a new all-time high. And now we created an M and we are dumping. Yeah, of course, I think we can go in the long reload zone and then make another W and push higher. I see the market dumping like crazy, like some people are saying on YouTube, on Twitter and other social. No. Yes, you should hedge your portfolio if you see this EM here. At some point in time, this could be retested, and that's a good area to go and hedge your portfolio if you have a traditional market portfolio. This gap will be retested sooner than later. Imagine we need to close red to create the gap, and then tomorrow we can close the gap. If we'll close the gap today, it will not be a gap anymore. The gap will just disappear if we'll close above 6,975. So let's wait and see what will happen. Is the first reaction. Yeah, this is the first day of the market being opened. We had a long weekend. The first reaction is down because we had in the weekend some bad news. I don't know if they are bad, but anyway, something that market usually doesn't like. But it's the first reaction. Let's wait for the stock market to open. Let's wait for the New York session to come. And then we can draw a conclusion. Well, we want to see the real reaction of the market, not the opening. Well, I don't know about that. Yes, indeed, we have some divergence here, but it's not normal at the top of the uptrend channel, at the top of the everything, at the new all-time high to have some divergence on lower time frame. Even on weekly we have some, on RSI and then on MACD. But look at the OBV. Do you see anything on OBV? No. The volume is there, the market is, look at it, strong like bull. Yeah, warning signs, like I said, to hedge your portfolio, in my opinion. If you are a day trader, okay, you can trade long, short, it's up to you. Gold, a new day, a new all-time high. We don't call a top on gold until we'll see a daily M, no? Gold is strong, let's respect that. Don't go and naked short gold because someone told you that is the top. Gold could pump like crazy a lot more. The more fear in the market, the more people will go on the risk of assets. Will go on gold, even silver. Yeah. But if the fear is strong, people will go on gold. If the fear is not so strong and everything works nice, but we can go on silver. If the fear is big, people will buy gold. That's simple. Silver, a new day, a new all-time high. We just created a new all-time high. Look at it. Huh? The moon, look at the moon. I don't know if Bukur is here, but to the moon, Bukur. Look at it. Well, we'll keep the trade as long as we need to keep it. Look at gold versus silver. I don't see a bottom. I told you, to even think about selling or shorting or closing the trade we have, we should wait for a bottom here. Total market cap fighting 3 trillion. Again, is looking exactly like Bitcoin. Total 3. We are back in the long reload zone, retesting this initial W. Nothing bad. What I don't like is this fucking EM. This EM is telling me that on the total 3 we should retest this low. Imagine the target for this EM. And I'm not putting 2 to 1. I'm putting 1 to 1 is showing me that we should retest 800 billion. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so that's my overview. Some things changed from yesterday. That's good. At least we have volatility. Now let's go on lower time frame. Calendar. No. Thursday we have some news. Nothing on the calendar. Now we can go here. Starting with Bitcoin. I said yesterday in the live stream that we should keep the previous Monday range. And I think it's well respected, as you can see. Yeah. Why I said to keep it? Because we had a long weekend and I think we'll respect the levels. The Monday low from the previous week is here, 90. We can go a bit lower, 89? Yes. I framed a short idea here. A potential AB equals CD. Yeah. I even flipped the chart for people to see it. Yeah. AB, CD. It's pointing out in the same area. I was also posting on VIP, take the SFU if the market will give you an SFU. Well, if you zoom in on 5-minute chart, no fucking SFU. Look at it. The market accepted below the SFU level, bounced back, took it as resistance because it's Monday low, and we accept below. Now, like Carol was saying earlier in the chat, we have a 5-minute W. If you like that. 5-minute W with bullish divergence on RSI. Acceptable. But it's a scalp, it's not for everyone. I bet that if the market will accept below this level, will even test the low and hit the stop loss, Carol will get the fuck out and will say, well, next boss. Now, let's go back on 1 hour. What we can do here? Well, here it's hard to do anything. We are waiting for the AB equals CD to complete in the same time. We are getting close to the Monday low from previous week, and if you look left here, we have some support. I think we should wait until New York. Maybe the market will develop a bit more, maybe we'll dump a bit more here, and maybe we'll form a W. Someone asked me what kind of W. Well, usually we should wait for 1 hour W, which will take some time. If you are a scalper, you can go lower than 1 hour. But usually you cannot call even intraday trading, you cannot call a reversal without a 1 hour W. You can, but it's dangerous. Well, some people are, some people are not. Because when we framed it, we had this one and we took a bit that high. We took that high a little bit and then we created a new EM and then we dumped and then we retested. And this was also a bot setup. 1 low, 2 lows, 3 lows. People from TRI know what I'm talking about. I'm not calling it a bot because we have a setup posted on Discord called AB equals CD, and I'm keeping it that way. Yeah. Some people are out. They took the stop loss here and they didn't try it again. I tried again. I posted on VIP that I have the trade. I took it here at this level again. I was stopped out here. I took it again here, and then I added a little bit in the dump. Not the best entry, but around here. I'm risk free already, even booked a little bit of profit. The SFU wasn't for me. I was expecting SFU to hit the SFU level in the ASEAN session when I'm sleeping like a baby, and I don't want to wake up to scalp. It's not okay to wake up and start scalping. Okay, that's Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Similar. Previous range looks like it's respected, was a support. Was holding as a support. Previous Monday high, it's in confluence with this week Monday low. We accepted below. Well, where we can stop? Well, if you look at this low, this high, we are at 78.6. In this area, if we get a W, we can think about a general setup, maybe on lower time frame. If not, the first level that comes in mind is this SFU here. Yeah, if the market will dump here on 5-minute chart and you get a reclaim on the same time frame, then you can play a long setup. So I'm not bearish, I'm not thinking short, people, I'm thinking long, but I'm thinking long with clear setups. I'm looking at the levels. I want to see the market bouncing. I know what I want to see from the market, and now I'm just waiting, hunting those levels and those patterns. Yeah. If I'm not saying market long here, sell your house and long, that doesn't mean I'm bearish. No, I'm not bearish. But also, we should look around. You can see here. Mostly red. Last week, I started to see, to hear people, well, to the moon, to the moon. I said it last week. January to the moon, maybe not. Maybe let's wait. January, it's a fuckery usually. I didn't even change my my status on Discord. Still not fully at work. Still in the vacation mode. Why? January, it's a fuckery. Yeah, on lower time frame, we got some nice setups and we made some money. But if you zoom out on 4-hour chart or daily, totally. It's the same fuckery like every year. Okay, so if we reclaim this Monday low, then because it's in confluence with the Monday high, I think we can push higher. Looks like the market wants a bit lower. I'll hunt, the best level to hunt is this SFU level here. Confluence on the Monday low from previous week. SFU around $3,000. If the market is bullish, indeed is bullish, the bots will try to front run $3,000. So they will have bots with limit orders here. Yeah, they'll sweep the liquidity and they'll bounce like crazy. If you see that you get an SFU, play it. Okay, so to look at the rest of them, we need to go for our chart, and I don't think it's the case to do anything. You can see we have APR still in the trade anyway. Aster, stop us out. I think we'll retest this level. This is my 2 cents. I don't see a 4-hour W. I don't see a reversal. I'm not touching the market. Yeah? We have a lot of bags of Aster. Yeah? Every time CZ is posting about Aster, the market is going a bit lower. We know that. Yesterday, I even reposted what CZ said. Well, the market is bullish because tokenize, and Stefan was even posting, well, if he says long, we should be short. Yeah, I know that. On the lower time frame, yes. On higher time frame, he's right. The market is damn bullish. But you have to understand that CZ sees with an investor's eyes. He doesn't see the lower time frame noise. He's taking advantage through Binance of that noise, because that noise produces money for him. Beginners and traders are playing and paying fees, but he's an investor. He's not a trader. He doesn't want to be a trader. Me in his place, I will not want to be a trader. Anyway, that's a different discussion. Blue AI doesn't fucking care. Blue AI is pumping. We are in the trade. We are happy that the market is pumping. Let's enjoy the ride. AB equals CD here? Maybe. Let's wait. Let's wait to see if Bitcoin and Ethereum will form a bottom. If they'll form a bottom and they'll bounce, altcoins could start bouncing faster, harder, and we can frame some setups. But I don't see anything special. I think, in my humble opinion, that we should wait for the New York session, see what happens there, let the market decide the direction, and then we can play some. Why I didn't make the weekly W's list? Well, if you look at the altcoins, not too many of them, they have a weekly W, a fresh one. So, let's wait. Let's wait a bit more. Crypto Yag, you pushed my buttons in Discord, applying over and over again to get in the Discord. You get yourself banned. So no Discord for you. Okay? Why the fuck you should short gold? You didn't participate here in the live stream. I said no daily M. No daily M, no top on gold. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. You don't short a strong trend. Anyway. Well, that's a loss. That's a lesson, Cryptic. That's a lesson. When you see something is strong, you don't go and short it. Yeah? You are a day trader, a scalper, then a short is normal. Yeah, and a loss is also normal because a day trader, a scalper has, I don't know, 50, 55 win rate. So 45% of his trades will hit the stop loss. But if you are a higher time frame player and you put a short on gold, what kind of setup you had there? You don't see the strength of the trend. You don't see the news, the fear in the market. That's a lesson. Everything is a lesson. So again, Crypto Yog, sorry, you will not join Discord. I said in the beginning of the live stream, keep the request for Stefan, and if you posted once, please check Rose, Arpa, and Cody. You think I'm blind? I don't see the message? Why you posted again? If you ever do that in the chat, in my live stream or Stefan live stream, you'll be removed and you'll not be able to post. I know on other channels is allowed and you can push your message in front reposting it. We don't accept that here. It's that simple. You cannot force me to take a request. Or you cannot force Stefan just pushing that message. That message will just scratch my eye and I'll just right click and remove you from the chat. It's that simple. Learn some patience. It's one of the reasons you are not accepted on Discord. You think I need a guy in Discord that is pushing the messages, is trying to get in front all over the place? I'll kick you out in the next second. Where is the respect for the community? Where is the respect for everyone else? Everyone has some requests. Everyone has some opinions. But we respect each other. We're not pushing around here. Well, first of all, let's think about overall, not only what you want. Yeah? And I'm trying to apply that concept in Crypto Traders Arena for everyone. And everyone is respecting that concept. Win-win everywhere. You don't stand a chance in a community like us, like ours, if you are pushy and you you want to be in front and you don't accept a no, and that's not the way you will succeed with us. Sorry. Where is the respect for gold? Well, we are respecting gold. We respect gold, but we bought silver. Okay, so that being said, I said go on Stefan live stream in 10 minutes, or I don't know, max 20 minutes. He will start a long live stream and you can ask your request. I just did what I do usually, and I'm taking advantage that Stefan is doing a live stream, and I'll push all the requests to him. People, protect your capital, wait for clear setups, and then respect that fucking risk management. Without risk management, you are not a trader. You don't stand a chance in this market. Okay, see you in the next live stream, people. Bye bye.